ready.
Got it. Good.
Let's roll.
Let's hoot. Let's holler. You know, I think we've gone 2 episodes now without formally introducing Joey to the audience.
I thought you did last week.
Did I last week?
Well, Drake did. It's Joey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I didn't.
That's
for
good enough.
The SEC Shorts one, because whenever we're doing somebody on the feed, it's me and the internet.
Yeah.
Me against the world, pretty much, with the internet. And just stressing at the feed. And it didn't work, so. But yeah, Joey's here.
Hello, everyone.
Because Shane's back to school.
Yep. Bye, Shane.
And Joey dropped out just to be here.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Joey is the person that's always been recording stuff, in case people don't know.
Yeah, he's talked. I mean, just you haven't seen him if you've been watching.
They're getting a face to the voice.
He's like the Wizard of Oz.
I was upstairs watching TV with Grandma. And occasionally I would yell something downstairs.
Yeah, like, shut up.
We can't hear Murder, She Wrote.
Can I please come hang out?
No,
Joey.
So today, speaking of watching things on the TV, today we're discussing a pretty significant piece of nostalgia that unfortunately no longer exists, or maybe fortunately, it just depends on how you look at it, and that is the video rental store,
R.I.P.
of which have gone by many names, especially around here. But we'll get into that in a second. But the evolution of the video rental store, it started in the late 70s, 80s, I guess. And at the time, I remember it was a pretty dominated, I didn't pull statistics because this isn't that kind of podcast, but it was the market share between the big chain, which I think out of the gate was Blockbuster, and the mom and pops had a pretty significant hold of the industry. And it stayed that way up until about the mid-90s, but especially where we live, and I'm pretty sure that'd be the same throughout the rural South, is that mom and pops dominated that almost entire amount of time.
For a very long time.
Yeah. We got a Blockbuster in around here back in like 2005, 2004. Right? I was off to college when I came back, and I was like, oh, it's fancy now. And then a few years later, the market entirely crashed on.
Well, we had the
Thanks,
Video Express. It's technically a chain, but it's a smaller chain.
Movie Gallery.
Movie
It
Gallery.
was Video Express originally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's out of...
And then Movie Gallery, I guess, bought Video Express.
Yeah, out of Dothan. And they ended up buying like Hollywood Video too, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, they out of Alabama. They became a big
But
player.
it was like a smaller chain.
We did have one of
which
those.
was great.
Yeah, we did have one of those in our area, and you did see those were like one of the first ones, I think, at least in Alabama, to be popping up in areas that weren't big enough to get a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
But they still had a little bit of a vibe to them, a mom and pop vibe. They weren't like a Blockbuster vibe. Going into Blockbuster to me felt like
Corporate.
yeah, well,
Very corporate.
like everything's real clean. It doesn't. Nobody smoked in here.
It was as close to like a movie theater experience.
Yes.
Right. It's like right under that.
Yeah.
And they also had, they had deals with the movie studios, unlike the mom and pops where you had to go out and buy your own movies. Blockbuster, the movie studios would give them the movies, and you had to give them a portion of your rentals. And
So
so
they was able to have a much larger stock. And they did have new releases would be like a whole wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
That's where you go straight to.
Oh, I remember
Oh, yeah.
I remember being blown away by like the video game section, because all the mom and pop ones, they never had a lot of video games. They cost them a lot of money to have video games.
I don't know if they ever had anything past Nintendo.
So you had some PlayStation stuff, Xbox.
Did they?
Yeah. But not a lot. But yeah, that's the big chain started taking over, and by the time they really started dominating the market, it started falling apart because you had 2 big competitors that popped up around the same time, Redbox and then Netflix, the old school Netflix, DVDs in the mail.
Yeah. They'd mail you the movie.
Which I did.
Sure did.
I loved it. As soon as that became a thing, and
Different
I realized,
packages where you could get 1, 2, or 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
They really capitalized on the cassette to DVD market, because once DVDs started coming out in like 96, 97, Netflix was there
They were
quickly.
on it.
You know what the first DVD was?
Nope.
I think it was Twister.
I think
That
you're
makes
right.
sense.
You think so too?
Because we
Twister.
went crazy when Netflix started, because we got like Chicken Run, Gladiator, and Twister all in. Like,
Dude.
I've already seen these movies, but my dad's like, hey, they got special features
Me and
on
Joey
these things.
lived together at the time, and we was getting so many just obscure documentaries and stuff, like stuff you would never find in a Blockbuster.
You finally get to see movies that you only heard of. And,
Yeah.
Just
Any
there's like a myth
independent
of a
movie.
movie or a legend you didn't even know existed. Or
Yeah, we'd be getting Faces of Death.
that's one thing that Blockbuster was different about the mom and pops was they may have a whole section of a new movie, but they didn't have like this weird B movie, horror movie
Yeah, nah.
that you'd find like at a mom and pop.
They would have maybe 5 or 6 of them, and they would have them for 30 years.
Yeah.
I remember some of them plain as day, looking at them. I'm just looking like one day I'm going to rent that thing.
Yeah. And the boxes were so
They never
memorable
came.
too.
They never came. I never got it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's how I got into the Leprechaun series.
Yeah, that was prominent. I can picture plain as day in movie gallery where that section was.
Just the
over
old
to the
faded
left.
boxes.
I avoided it at all costs.
Yeah, you was too
Didn't even
scared.
look in the boxes.
No, you just like
Spooky.
walking right past.
Why would anyone rent these devil things?
You didn't have the internet or whatever, so you couldn't look up a trailer to see if you wanted to watch it or not. So you would rent a lot of those movies based on the
I
cover of the
remember
box.
reading the back of the box.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Let me get this synopsis right quick.
I don't remember renting a lot of movies as a kid. I mean, I'm sure there were some here and there, but they were probably just stuff that I already knew all about and seen trailers for and wanted to rent. And for me, video games. Like, I got an allowance every week, and it was like $5, and then that paid pretty much exactly
Yeah,
the cost of renting a video game for whatever it was, 3 to 5 days or whatever. So every time, and I would be renting the same games. I could have
ever-
bought them 5 times over.
Yeah.
you ever go rent one of those mom and pop, and the video game is like a 1-day rental? Like I can't do anything.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? with it?
Yeah.
These days you're screwed because now you have to install the games.
Yeah. That's
Oh, it would take the entire day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know how, like, we were talking about like Redbox and Netflix taking over, but, for video games, Gamefly stepped in,
Yeah.
and Gamefly is absolute trash.
Yeah, that never took off, really, did it?
They did for a little while. I feel like in the late 2000s, once Blockbuster, like, those had pretty much all gone, or it was really hard to find one. They really stepped up because there was nowhere else to rent games. Redbox around that time started, and to me, Redbox was still better than getting them from Gamefly, because Gamefly, you never get what was in your queue. They'd give you the
Redbox-
dumbest things.
Redbox is an unfortunate one. It had a short run in the scheme of things. It came at the best time and also the worst time, because it came when Netflix was mailing them out. Well, you went to where you could just go get it.
Yeah.
Kind of went back to the rental thing. It's very cheap, $1,
Yeah.
and you could keep it as long as you wanted, really.
And return it to any.
You're just going to
Redbox,
pay for it.
which was great.
Any of them. And, but at the same time, it was kind of the end of DVDs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they only had a run of like a few years.
The
The business that big, that's not long.
I love it too. You had that Redbox app, and you could pull up and see, like, tell it what movie you're looking for, and it would tell you what machine it's in,
Oh, I
and then it
never
would
did
hold it
that.
for you. Yeah.
Nah, I never did that.
Redboxes came in clutch when we'd go to like vacations in like weird off the map spots,
I bet
and
they-
you'd see a
yeah.
Dollar General with a Redbox. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we're covered.
They thrived in vacation areas. I'm surprised they didn't try to keep those moving there. Now, I will say, you go to some places at the beach, like the grocery store, you see some mom and pop video rental boxes like Redbox. Those probably still rolling, I bet.
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know. It that all collapsed, and we just lost our Redbox here. I was out there watching them take it down. It's been this year.
Did they finally take the box
Yeah,
away?
I had to go into Walgreens for something, and I watched them. They were like moving the box.
It was there
there it
forever. They
is.
just abandoned them.
They did.
for a long
That's
time.
one how it was. It.
They just unplugged
I
it.
think the ones
Faster.
at Dollar General and Corners too. I think it's still there.
Yeah. So if you had your Redbox, I would have been the time, if they were shutting down, to go just rent as much as you can out of
Yeah.
the box.
You could have. I may or may not done that at a few video stores.
Yeah. I was about to say, that was the reason we had here in Summerton that I can remember 3 big ones. We had one that ironically was like right next door to us where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But they used to be down the road here by the Mexican restaurant.
Mega hits.
Yeah, we had another
Mega
one that was
hits.
down right over here that was like half tanning beds, half movie rental, and then we had movie
Video
gallery.
hits.
But I think for us, it was all about which one do I not have late fees at. was
Yes.
the one I'd be renting from.
I
at the time.
remember Video Hits charged more than anybody.
Yeah.
For late fees.
Yeah.
I had $100 racked up.
I
one
stopped
time
using
there.
them, and I don't remember going to movie gallery much. I feel like we still owe movie gallery money to this day,
Oh,
probably.
Randy that ran it, man, would call your parents, be like, "Hey, you gotta come take care of
It was
this.
serious.
Y'all ain't renting nothing else."
I seen him throw a guy out one time because he come in looking at movies and he goes, "You never returned a VCR to me, buddy. You're out of here."
Oh, it's a VCR.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
I'd be
that-
fine. It's
yeah.
probably $300.
It's at Joe Max Pawn Shop, buddy.
And you mentioned it
Yeah.
earlier. You know, back in the day, I can remember where nobody really owned a VCR because they were. I mean, it was like $500 to buy a VCR at one point.
Yeah.
So you'd have to, rent the VCR. So I don't know, like $5, and then
Yeah.
you get the movies for $1 or something. So that was kind of like your whole.
I don't know why I
We can-
remember tapes being $250.
Yeah,
like it was
maybe
like
so.
the going rate everywhere. It was $250.
The rental fee.
Yeah. And then right when it ended, it was about $5 when they somewhere
Probably.
around there.
Well, I remember like right at the end of Blockbuster, their movies were like $5 to rent, but you could be right across the road at the Redbox and rent the same movie for $1.
Yeah.
Or you could go to Walmart and buy it for like $15.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, just buy it.
so it never really, it stopped making sense to even go to Blockbuster.
Blockbuster lost me when they started making new releases like $7 instead of $5.
That's crazy.
Because
That's half the price of just buying it.
as a kid, $2 is a lot of money.
It's still, yeah.
We may
difference.
have put Blockbuster out of business in Saraland, Alabama, in college. Was it our freshman year? Yeah, it was our freshman year. My buddy, who ended up being my roommate my sophomore, junior, and senior year, he lived next door to us and worked at Blockbuster. He got it. He was from Opp. He just went to college there and was looking for a job, and Blockbuster was hiring, so we got a job there. And they would give their employees, they would encourage them to rent what's about to go out, like on, I think Tuesday was new release
Tuesday.
day.
Yep.
So, and they would get them in the store like Thursday or Friday before, and they would encourage all the employees to go take these new ones home and watch them, become familiar with it, because we want you to help rent it out.
Yeah.
And so he would take as much as they would let him, and then we would burn those DVDs. We would make bootleg copies.
Yeah.
And we had about 300 bootleg movies.
Yeah, I know very well about that situation you're talking about too, because
You also ran a bootleg movie
well, no,
operation.
my good friend Kobe worked at Movie Gallery over here forever.
Yeah.
Forever, pretty much from the beginning to the end. And one of the great things we would do on Monday nights when he would get off work at like 10 o'clock or something, we'd meet at his place. He'd bring home the new release that was coming out that Tuesday morning, especially if he was going back to work the next morning.
Yeah.
So we'd watch it before it came out. That was always a blast.
Man.
Doing that, getting to see it early.
I did that with the Netflix. I had that DVD recorder.
Yeah.
And I would get like 3 at a time and record them all and then put them right back in the mail so I could just get more. And I have a stack of DVDs like at home still that I recorded and never even watched because I was just
Yeah.
doing it so quickly. I'd record them and put them
Yeah,
right
I
back
remember
in the
that
mail.
burner you had.
Yeah.
How was they shipping stuff so fast? Everything would take you a week to get, but Netflix you would put a DVD in the mail, and then the next day you're getting your other one somehow. Like, what's going on?
They opened
here?
up distribution centers everywhere.
It had to have been everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
I'd be curious to know how many they had at its peak, but there was one close to here. I was trying to remember where mine out of Mobile came from. Either from like New Orleans, Pensacola, I think. It was
Really?
It wasn't that far.
Yeah, that was the turnaround was.
It was ready
insane.
for you.
Yeah. I'll tell you what they didn't have though, and that's the great things you find at the mom and pop places that were just trying to make as much money as possible, and they had no rules to play by.
Yep.
It's the Wild West. Tanning beds,
Oh,
which
yeah.
it's a 50-50 shot in Walker County, or probably most of Alabama. The mom and pop places can have tanning beds.
And tanning lotion, everything.
Oh, the whole whole
everything you
shebang.
need some accelerator.
If they were open now, they'd be vape stores.
Oh, no doubt.
They would, yeah.
No doubt.
That'd be pretty nice. Get yourself a movie and a vape.
A vape.
Yeah.
Popcorn flavored vape.
Yeah. Oh,
Watch
yes,
movies with.
Speaking
man.
of which, I feel like somebody's left a vape down here again. It really doesn't match the set aesthetic, I think. Is that
Gotta
what
be
this is?
Shane, right?
Is that what this is right here? Is this Shane still?
Yep, that's Shane.
That is a Game Boy.
I know. What is
It's a
this?
pager.
What do you?
You should try it.
We can FaceTime him real
Take your
quick and be
puff,
like,
man.
How
hey,
does
Shane,
this
how do you
work?
work this?
I've never done a vape. Why do you do this?
First time for everything,
I
buddy.
can't even. Why is there a USB-C charger in it?
Hey, just push a button and start sucking on it.
That's what she said. And then Pulse.
See, if we still had movie stores, they'd be able to show you how to work that and tell you about the movie at the same time.
You probably could watch
It's
movies
lighting up.
on.
What is that? Why is it all?
Take a pull on it.
Looks like a constellation on the side.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. This is.
That's got so many lights
can't-
on it. I bet that's got Wi-Fi.
You're calling Shane right now, I bet.
I feel like I'm signaling somebody's home planet. I mean, this is. I don't understand. It's like crop circle lights 34 and 20. I don't know what that.
For all you vapors out there, help us out a little bit.
Yeah.
Shane, comment.
What is this?
Yeah. How do I
Tell us how your vape
close
works.
pulse? What's the difference? What's a close? What's pulse?
We don't know.
I've never vaped before.
Who's doing it?
That came out. That just goes.
That was a lot.
That was. That's the fruitiest nonsense I've ever tasted.
I can smell it.
What? Why?
Yeah, that was incredible.
That is.
You look like you took a cinnamon challenge or something.
Yeah. I feel like it just huffed in a bunch of just the ashes at the bottom of a Fruit Loop bag.
Dude, if you would have took a real hard pull off that, it would have hurt so bad.
Oh my God. What is the point of that?
You're a cool kid now, Matt.
I feel
He's
less
going
cool.
straight to the gas station when he leaves and gets one.
Hey, give me one of them.
Yeah.
He's hooked already.
Hey, we
bars.
forgot to tell you, just one puff gets you hooked, man.
What flavor? The fruitiest one you got, man. All the fruit.
You got banana cream pie in there.
What is? Oh, my lips are tingling.
He's got a nicotine
That's
rush.
weird.
Did you electrocute yourself?
I guess I don't.
You just uploaded all the information from that thing into yourself.
That's why the constellations are on there.
Yeah,
Feel
now
the
they're in
stars
use.
and see them too.
officially the first thing that I've ever smoked that had a USB charging station
Yeah.
attached to it. So
He's seeing all those spots now.
first and last. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting an internet signal now. I feel like I'm receiving a fax right now. Oh man, yeah, gas station rentals. That's one. You said you got a place that was like a shelf of movies, a gas station.
That was me.
Oh,
It was near my grandparents' house, and we would go. It was like a gas station, and as soon as you walked in, there's like a little bitty hallway to the right, and they just had a shelf on that wall that's probably from here to that wall over there, and they probably had the same movies for the whole time they were there. They might get a new release like 3 months after it came out, but we'd go there and rent movies, and we
watching the
seen
same
probably,
thing all the time.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure we watched every one that they had. That was kind of the strangest place. Get a loaf of bread and a movie to rent.
yeah. That's when you're even in the smaller areas because Cordova had that Series 1 stop was where we did a little sample of the podcast.
we did.
We'll release that one day, but yeah, they had a whole wall of rentals.
That's
And
kind of the perfect example of what we're talking about.
Yeah,
They had tanning beds.
and great story too. Yeah, He had about 5 or 6 tanning beds in there and one wall of rentals. And remember, he told us a story about he actually had the police like put out a warrant for somebody for late fees.
He said someone still has an active warrant because of that.
Yes, yes, because of late fees. Could you imagine like getting picked up right now and it wasn't for you didn't return a VHS tape of Jerry Maguire?
Bagger vans.
Yeah, the legend going to
was
jail because the
DVD
legend
times.
Bagger fan.
So this was just a few years ago, and they still were renting movies.
No. He still had a warrant out for a woman.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay.
Yeah, like from the 90s. Yes,
Oh.
yes.
He
Active.
wasn't letting it go.
It ain't like you got to look far in Cordova.
No, that person's probably dead.
Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah.
That's stealing DVDs is a gateway, they say, into harder things. Cordova, downtown, before the tornado demolished the entire city, there was a video store down there that was so cool. It was like real dimly lit, had some neon lights in the front with posters hanging up, and it was like one of those real small, like narrow alley, or what would you call that? Real narrow, long building, and it had shelves on each side, and that was pretty
hallway.
much it. It's like a hallway almost, but it was so cool in there, and there was like some like stoner metalhead working in it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so sick.
I love the mom and pop stores. never changed the posters out.
Yeah.
Like once they put a poster on the inside, like sometimes I guess they might change if they had any on the windows outside, but like the ones that were like up on the walls, those things never changed.
Nah.
I vividly remember renting my Super Nintendo games underneath the poster of the ref,
Really?
starring what is his name, old redhead.
Carrot Top.
That's that's the one.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, yeah, it was under the ref, and then What About Bob was next to it.
Oh, yeah.
What a classic.
That's a good one.
Yeah, never changed the posters.
All the mom and pop ones was always 2 letters, like M and K, or
Yes.
something like that. Every time,
Or the
and they would change. You'd have a falling out, and one of the letters would change.
A divorce, yeah.
she got the tanning beds.
You got there was I feel like around here it was Mad Libs of you have to include either video or hits, but you can't be. We already have video hits,
Yeah.
so you can be mega hits,
Mega
you can be
hits.
video express,
Yeah.
but you got to be one.
It had to be some like superlative adjective in front of video.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Mega video.
You know, my parents actually owned a video store at one point, and it was Video Corner.
There it
'cause
is.
was on the corner.
What else was it though?
Yeah, well, before that, it was initials, P and yeah, so yes, that was the whole thing.
Did they have anything weird other than videos to rent?
No,
Oh, did they?
well, they did have the weird back section at one point,
The back section.
but
That I have it here too. The mysterious
that
adult
was
section.
before the tanning beds. You know, they were still in salons at that time, I think.
Yeah, that's back when you get on your back porch and cover up with baby oil.
Yeah.
Tanning bed.
So no tanning bed.
that.
Turn a Rock 99 on in the morning. Just be out there till
Get
the,
that tinfoil out
cooking.
there.
till the kids got off this bus.
My question is, going into the adult section, did they use a beaded curtain?
I don't remember. I think there was just.
I feel like around here that was law.
Yeah,
I think there might have been just a curtain, or maybe it was a door, but it was.
Missing out on the beaded curtain.
Yeah, I
Gives you a
don't
good
really
vibe.
remember.
I
Unless
wouldn't
the
touch the
store
handle
owners
of that
know who's
door.
going back there too.
You can hear it rattling.
But I always thought it's funny because they, there was a lot of guys that would go back there and kind of look down, hoping they wouldn't see anybody that they knew or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also people that come up and ask, like my mom or dad, like questions about it, like, so is this one, have this or whatever, or is this one better? And of course, if you know my mom, she was like, I'd have no idea. Let's
I don't
hurry
watch
up and
that.
get this
Let me,
transaction.
hang on. Let me get my son Joey.
Why would you ask this lady working? That's crazy.
I don't know. I know
Joey just comes out from behind one of the shelves. That's a good one.
I can
there.
answer you.
I was like 8, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Y'all are old enough. What was it like going in there?
I never went in one.
No way.
In the dirty section?
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
don't-
have that much courage.
The time I was old enough to rent one, they had already pretty much did away with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like movie or video hits had like Playboy videos and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
but
I remember those.
they didn't have anything like the back section back
Dude,
then.
that would have been so embarrassing to walk up to a counter with one of those movies.
I
to
think one
rent.
time I
wouldn't have
was-
done it.
After I turned 18, I think I was gonna do it just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
And I went in there and like a friend of my mom or a mom of one of my friends is working there. And I was like, yeah,
Nah, not
I'm not
happening.
going to
Nah.
do it. So I never did.
She knew what she was up to, though.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'll rent Titanic again, I guess. Or whatever.
Yeah, for the 10th time this
You get
week.
2 cassettes when you rent that one.
Yeah.
You sure did.
Yeah, 2 for price of 1. I was just thinking about the adult section curtain at the place I rented from. It was like in the very up near the register to the left, and so it was like in the back middle of the store. You had to walk kind of past the register to get to it. It was very obvious. Like you're like on stage basically.
Well,
Like,
you
here I
know-
go, looking at the dirty videos.
You know, if anybody's going to steal a movie, it's going to be one of those.
Yeah, and these guys were like, people that own that shop, they were like the people that just assume everyone's a criminal, basically, or trying to scam them. They also had a bird. I don't know what kind of bird. It wasn't a parrot. It was a parakeet.
Really?
It smelled and it would just squawk.
I remember that thing.
Yeah, I hated that bird.
Like it was around here?
It was right over there.
Yeah, it was the guys that used to be down there by Los Reyes, and then they were next door before
Oh,
they
yeah,
shut
yeah.
down. Yeah, he had a bird.
You know what else one time? I was looking at movies and stuff, and there, had all those little side rooms. with tanning beds and stuff in them.
Mm-hmm.
One of the doors was cracked, and there's just a full bed in there.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
What's going on there?
That is right. There's been a few times around
Not a
here.
tanning bed.
No.
A twin
No, I
size
know exactly
bed.
what you're talking about. Because there's a few places right here. I won't name any names, but you could do some research and find them in about 30 seconds after I tell you this. But they like specialize in retro video games.
Yeah.
But they also dabble in other stuff like Pokemon or whatever. That's the kind of thing you'd expect from that crowd. Mm-hmm. But every now and then I get on my old school video game kick, and I want to hunt down some N64 cartridges. So I'll pop in one of those places, and I'll open the door and go in, and there's nobody there. Like, not a soul. And then somebody will emerge from the back all sleepy-eyed.
Just back there taking a
Smelling.
nap.
I mean, there is a smell of body odor before you see a body.
Well, those people that own those kind of things and work at they like to take naps.
I think they're living in there.
Probably.
I think I've been in a couple where, you also live here, don't you? And that's unfortunate because I know there's no shower in these commercial units.
Yeah.
So
No, they're not.
No.
Well, they's already
taking some
hanging out at
showers.
home with all that stuff they have collected.
Yeah.
Why not move it to a store?
Yeah, and
whole house.
commercial rent is cheaper. So
Yeah.
You could
Adds
sleep here if you
character
want
to
to.
the store.
do what?
You could sleep here if you wanted to.
I've tried, but it's haunted and the rats, and there's just too many variables.
That's too much, really.
And there's,
Yeah.
It gets spooky. Do you remember when they would have the not quite full on dirty movies, but have some nudity and stuff in them, but they would have the covers over
Yeah.
them out in the main section?
Yes.
Man, I'd wait till my mom would go around one section. I'd sneak over there and pull them back and look at them. Just some boobs or something under there usually.
But not even like just cleavage, really.
No, boobs, naked ones.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that before.
at the video rental store. Mm-hmm. Not in the adult section.
No, just out, but you would see that smaller one.
And they were in
for
those
sure.
big old boxes like they used to come before the.
They were being a gigantic
Yeah.
box. What? Yeah, what else is in there?
Something else that they used to do is if there was an actor that was now pretty famous and he was in a movie like 15 years ago and he was in it for like 5 minutes or 2 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
They'd put him on the cover of it and you would think
Yeah.
you're getting a movie with like George Clooney in it or something.
You remember that weird Robert De Niro movie I had like that?
Yeah.
He was not even in it, was he?
Yeah, well, they edited him out of another movie and put him in this movie somehow. I don't know how they legally
movie sucked,
got
too.
away with it, but they would like,
But he was on the cover.
yeah, they put him on the cover and they took like some scene out of some other movie and then put it in that movie.
Netflix does that to you now. They have different art for every movie, multiple different kinds, and they will change it based on what they think you are most likely to click on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just got finished watching a movie or a series with a certain actor, and it's like that Robert De Niro thing, like if they're in that movie or series, even though they are not a main player, it's just maybe just a small part, they will put them on that picture because they think you'll more likely to click on it.
They love this guy.
There's a movie that
get
kept popping up on Netflix called Grizzly 2. They came out in 1982, I think.
They were like,
And it
Well,
says,
you did watch Grizzly 1.
yeah,
I don't
we
know if you know if it exists, but it says starring George Clooney, Charlie Sheen, and Laura Dern. And so I was like, I'm just going to
That's
watch this just to see
That's a cast.
see what it is.
And it's a sequel?
Yeah, I guess. And so the movie opens up, and it's those three actors walking through the forest, and and George Clooney's playing like this, kind of a drunk hippie type of guy, and they're all like joking around, and Charlie Sheen's like a quiet guy. And anyway, they're walking through the forest, and the grizzly, who is like 18 feet tall,
Wow.
attacks and kills them like within the first 2 minutes.
What?
And
Really?
Yeah, so
Spoiler
it goes
alert.
on. Yeah, so that's their whole.
And the rest of the hour and a half is just following the bear around.
Yeah.
Out there. There's no
I turned it off
dialogue.
after that.
Just a bear wandering
Laura
through the
Dern
woods.
as the grizzly bear.
Yeah,
I bet it was called Two Grizzly. Not
probably.
Grizzly 2.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Two Grizzly.
Did any of y'all ever rent from the library?
I did not.
I didn't know that was a thing until
Missed
way
out.
later in
I
life.
had to get. I got To Kill a Mockingbird from the library at one point.
A movie?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Probably
movie.
have the
'Cause-
book. They probably have the book too.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
I discovered we had an NES after the fact. My first console was a Super Nintendo, but we got a Nintendo later. But it was you couldn't find the games to rent at that point. Mm-hmm. But I found them at the library, so I was all the time getting some NES games.
Yeah, they would rent stuff for like $1 usually.
I remember it was either free or it was dirt cheap because I could get just about whatever I wanted. It was great.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until I was like 30 years old or something.
I feel like they had 2 Super Nintendo games, and one of them was Paperboy, which was the best.
Yeah,
I played the crap out of Paperboy. It's the most frustrating game.
Even now you forget that you could take advantage of like at the library because you could get like audiobooks.
Oh, they got a ton of those, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
just at the library instead of having to pay for Audible or whatever. You could. There's like a ton of them you get at the library.
If you ask nicely, the staff will just read you the book too.
Yeah,
You can go there and use their internet
yeah.
and look up weird stuff.
Look up whatever you want. 'Cause
Anything
this is
you want.
America. And you remind them
Man.
that your tax dollars paid for this library.
I used
doing
when
that.
I lived in Tuscaloosa, I would go to the library a lot. I seen some people down there looking up some funny stuff on the internet, man. I seen some wild stuff.
Yeah, I watched the evolution of a library I would go to in Mobile a lot, where they eventually, because it was downtown, they would eventually all the computers were turned outward. So like but like that didn't stop some people. Like he was like, all right, there won't be any privacy now. The screens will face out towards the public, and maybe that will stop them. No, it did not.
Yeah, these were all, man, there's probably 30 in this room, and they were all side by side, and it did not stop anybody from doing anything.
No,
Crazy.
no.
I would see that at Bevel when I was taking classes there. This was like in the late 90s when the internet was just getting to going, and kind of the same thing. I mean, people being there just looking up some wild stuff, and then you'd go in there and do your work on a computer, and stuff would just be popping up as stuff they looked at before, and like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get caught
Pop
thinking I
ups.
did this.
Get stuck on it too.
Yeah,
There's a good episode. Old internet things.
Yeah.
Pop ups.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Dangerous path. All right, well, we got a little more to go here, but we're going to take a quick break and then jump back into it. We got to pay some bills, play some sponsorships. It's just us.
This episode of Hoot'n and Hollern is brought to you by Hoot'n and Hollern. We still don't have a sponsor. Hey, listen, we've got new merch out, and we're trying to roll out new designs as often as we can. So go check them out right now at hootnandhollern.com. You can find like 3 shirts right now, but one of them is this sweet bowl peanut shirt, and it's flying off the shelves, baby. Go check it out, hootnandhollern.com.
You might need to take a hit of the Geek Bar.
I don't think
I think I'm good on
throw
that.
up
Want
on
that
camera.
Fruity Pebble smoke?
we'll save it for Santa Claus.
Get that popcorn lung.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Although I love popcorn.
I do too.
For the movies.
Speaking of popcorn, one of the many things that you could find at one of the big box chains was candy and popcorn.
Cotton candy.
You could get that too. It was all by the checkout counter.
It was.
And they would sometimes later on they'd have like toys. They'd have all kinds of stuff.
All
in the
kinds of stuff
Blockbuster.
for kids to waste
Could
money
never
on.
get that.
When the Rugrats movie came out, Movie Gallery had Reptar bars.
Oh my god!
Really?
Yeah.
See,
Wow.
that's the tie-in mom and pop stuff we're missing out. All I could get there was like maybe a pair of fake Oakleys for $5.
Yeah.
But those are pretty sweet. I give them that.
Get yourself a tan.
Orange slices.
Orange
Boy,
slices.
I love orange slices.
The sugar coated gummy
Oh, those
oranges?
things. Thought you meant like mom
real
pop's like,
oranges.
where were you getting Reynolds from? I was like, I got you some fruit.
Yeah.
fresh fruit. We got fresh
banana.
fruit for your movie.
Drake's parents like, come on down basement to the video store.
Get your movies.
Get you a movie. Got some orange slices and nanners down here.
Whoop, whoop. Got to put this mustard on first. Lather you up. And the big thing I feel like that really did the mom and pops dirty because there's no way they could compete with this was the guaranteed availability that like Blockbuster. I don't remember if the other ones were doing. I'm sure they eventually started doing it, but I remember Blockbuster like we're guaranteed to have this movie when
That's
you come
hard
in,
to do.
and it would because they'd have the whole wall of it. Like it would be the one movie,
Yeah, it would be.
and I think those were probably one day rentals too. I feel like you had.
I
to
think
have,
so.
Yeah, because that's how they're making that work. Can't keep it out forever.
One of the ones I used to go to, you could reserve a copy, like when it released. Like you could put your name like on the sign up sheet, and you would be
that's dirty.
like, they'd hold it for you till you came to rent it.
That's the same as a Netflix queue.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Man, remember that feeling when you would call them and see if they had something, they had it?
and they did.
And you get
I'm
there.
on my
it.
way.
Hold it for
They'd be
me.
like, I'll hold it for 15 minutes or something. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I'm coming.
I remember that At one time, there was probably 4 video rental places in this area.
Or at least.
So you'd go to one, and if they didn't have the movie, you'd go to the other one just hoping, and you'd go to all 4 of them. And
No, my dad, we were one and done.
Really?
No, you find something else.
You'd be waiting, and you see people like return their tapes.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like, "Is that it?"
Yeah.
Oh, like a movie gallery, then they'd put it in that deposit box
Little
thing.
slot.
You'd run over that little bucket and be like, "Is it in there?"
I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
Because movie gallery, you could go to the drop box, the inside box yourself.
It literally went to a bucket.
Yeah.
You look in it, and there it is.
I miss the most, I think, the smell of a video rental place. I can't describe. It's toxic plastic, I'm sure. It's the VHS tape
Yeah, it
plastics.
smell good.
It's somewhat similar to a library in a way.
Yeah.
It smells
they
like
had that
stale paper.
seal that you put over the box because you take the actual video out
Just went out somewhere.
and stick like styrofoam up in it and wrap it with that plastic.
Wait, what now?
Yeah.
So like it's wrapped in plastic. So the ones that be on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
The, cover, the box. The cover.
Yeah.
I'm
So
imagining the smell's probably from people having the rental, like the boxes in their car, which is 90s plastic getting hot. It's breaking down. The microplastics that were just like you're breathing in as you walk in the door is probably insane.
Oh, when you get an older movie and that plastic cover be like torn or just super dirty.
Yeah. Or it has definitely been in some smokers' houses and it's got this nice tint to it.
Yeah, and big clear boxes.
Yeah, they
yellow.
weren't very clear
Yeah,
anymore. They had a nice like yellow, orange.
Scratched up so bad.
Yes. Oh.
And that would be the same hand we'd reach in and grab our popcorn with.
Oh, yeah. Don't even care, buddy.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. The nastiness. We also the big box stores were great at like you had the TVs playing in Blockbuster that had like movie trailers going constantly. I feel like they also had some that were dedicated like showing you what the video games were, but you couldn't still couldn't play them, but at least it show you better than looking at the box art, spinning around looking at 3 screen grabs of the game, and that's all you got to go on.
Yep.
Yeah. Those big giant TVs hanging from the wall
Yes.
could fall on your head at any moment.
Yes. Man, big box chain. But I never really got to enjoy them. It was never a thing for me. By the time they came around, they were available to me. We were stealing our movies now from a Blockbuster employee.
to me, they looking back, it wasn't as fun as the mom and pop.
No, not at all.
Because
You're
the
right.
mom and pop, you were going on like a treasure hunt, basically.
Yes.
Just looking
Yeah.
around, instead of Blockbuster, you went straight to the movie you wanted and, maybe look around, see what else
Well,
was
mom
in
and
or
pop
whatever.
ones, they know you.
Yeah.
They know what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here, I got you a copy of Willow.
Like some of my favorite movies, like still to this day from my childhood, those came just because I looked at the cover and was like, it might be pretty good. I'd get it and rent it.
Yeah, you could rent something you never even heard of and end up being good.
Like you never saw a trailer for it on TV or anything. Mm-hmm. It was like a straight to VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like with the mom and pops, I mean, you would have all these crazy movies that you would never even find. Mm-hmm. You
They had to
wouldn't-
really sell you with that cover.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be like a movie poster.
I feel like I got, from the video game side, I got tricked way more. Like there were some games that I never rented because the box art looked stupid, and then like later on in life I discovered, oh, this game is freaking sweet. Why does the box suck so much?
Yeah.
But then I would rent
Vice
some.
versa, too.
Yeah, and very much vice versa. Yeah.
They got a real good art guy. And he's really fancied it up, but you take home E.T. on Atari.
Nope.
Well, that's always good too, but you had that because that would keep you from going spending all your money on a game that you didn't know if you would like or not. So you could at least test it out, by
the
renting
what?
it. I'm just saying when you started renting video games at video
So you didn't have
stores,
to
you
buy
could
it.
at least go test it
Oh,
before,
yeah.
before you had to buy it.
Because there ain't no returning a video game. Same with a
Right.
movie, I guess. But yeah, once you break that that plastic off of it.
Well, back then, too, like with movies, there was nowhere to buy movies. It's not like Walmart wasn't really selling movies like that.
Yeah.
And there was that place in the Galleria, Suncoast. Used to have, you could go buy all kind of cool movies, but you had to see them in a theater or rent them. That was it.
That's what I was going to bring up earlier when, with my parents, when they owned the store, you couldn't go to Walmart and buy them. You had to go, they went to this warehouse and would buy them, and they were ridiculous. They were like over $100 a piece,
Jeez.
Whoa.
and so that you could only get like one copy, maybe two if it was like, super popular movie or
It'll
whatever.
take forever to make that money back on rentals.
Yeah.
It would.
But that's how it was. And then I guess somewhere like in the early 90s, you'd start seeing like big blockbuster movies you could own this one for your home for $20. But that would still do, but the rest of them you still have to go buy them like, commercial use, which was a ton of money.
Yeah. It used to be awesome when they would have Blockbuster would put their old stuff in a bin or something and sell it.
Yeah.
That was always great.
Oh, yeah.
And when they closed down, they're selling for super cheap.
Man,
I bought a ton of movies after that.
I get when we first started doing trivia nights over at Tallulah Brewing, and it was like a 90s night or something. It was one of the first like theme nights I'd done, and I was just getting like the dumbest prizes I could find. And I went to the thrift store and found thrift store that had a bunch of Blockbuster tapes. Like it was in the Blockbuster clamshell case.
Oh, really?
The VHS tape in it in great shape, and I bought like a bunch of those for pennies and gave them away, and then as prizes, and then come to find out now they are like that's worth some money.
Really?
You can get a Blockbuster clamshell. So heads up, if you've got any like laying around, you just thought it'd be fun to grab when they went out of business. If you still got your Blockbuster ID card,
oh, I know, I got that somewhere.
those are worth money on eBay. I wish I had. I don't know where mine's at, but
Do you know there's still, I think it's in Oregon, there's still a Blockbuster
Just
open?
closed.
Oh, is it closed?
Yeah, closed this year. My brother went to it.
Netflix even tried capitalizing on Blockbuster because it made that show and it sucked so bad.
Oh, yeah. It was about the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Blockbuster started before Netflix ordering
They did.
DVDs like through the mail
did.
like that.
There's I don't know if you've ever listened to the podcast Business Wars, but there's a few episodes about the Netflix and Blockbuster
Oh, yeah.
battle. It's really good.
Yeah, because I had a subscription to Blockbuster and I switched to Netflix at some point.
What was that called? Do you remember?
I don't.
They had a funny name, like not a funny name, but it had a specific name for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Netflix basically was better at that game than they were.
Yeah.
if you've got one of the original Blockbuster cards, then you've got probably close to about $10 right there. If you've got one of the later ones that were like laminated, you got maybe $5 there. But still, those were worthless.
Absolutely worthless.
So,
yeah.
and that will just go up in value with time. So,
Yeah.
hold on to
Pretty
that.
cool.
If
Priceless
you
relic.
used to own a Blockbuster and still have like a ton of those somewhere,
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, you can make some money.
good. I bet that person's probably unloaded all their Blockbuster stuff if they have.
Yeah.
But like pieces of like signage and display stuff from the store, that stuff gets pricey too, depending on what it is. Some of the things though they didn't have, I guess you could find at mom and pop places that were great, like the rental punch card.
Yup.
Drake, you mentioned that. Mm-hmm. Just punch cards in general are gone. It's not a thing now. You got to download a stupid app
Yeah.
and get points that expire. Forget it.
Way too quick.
Yeah.
Punch cards are exciting, man.
Heck yeah. I'd be like,
Keep 'em in
ooh,
your
I'm
wallet
on
forever.
9 and it's Friday. I'm going to go get me a video game and that's that 10th punch. I'm going to get me a free movie.
Yeah,
And then
get
they'd be
two
using
things.
like a standard old hole punch too, and you're like, I could just go back home.
I can do this at home.
Close this
Yeah.
thing out.
Sound Shop had one.
We could
Remember
have
Sound
totally
Shop?
cheated the system.
Oh yeah,
There was like a music note or something like that. I don't
yeah.
know.
I can't duplicate that.
I don't know what you got. I can't remember. But
I only remember like they'd be using a basic one that had me thinking I can just go home and do this myself, or a star one, which I never.
yeah,
Still don't know where they could be getting those at.
I may or may not have taken a X-Acto knife and carved some things out in some of them before.
Coming over there, my punch card's full and it's just jacked up with your knife, like a bunch of
what was
squares.
wrong, what was wrong with our thing that day?
you're in 10 movies since
Since I
last
saw
night.
you an hour ago. That's pretty wild, Eric.
Yeah, I don't remember you coming in. It's just me that works here.
Also, I don't remember ever not going to Blockbuster a lot, but then the recommendations from employees who I guess that would be Joey at your parents' store. Were you walking around giving them recommendations?
No, I was too young at that point, but
You probably still had some recs for them though. You just didn't want to
Yeah.
watch Muppet Treasure Island, I guess.
Yeah,
probably. But yeah,
Their loss.
it wasn't very good around here because I remember just like it seemed like either some teenager or some middle-aged lady who just didn't care
Yeah.
about movies. They were just working there.
I've already told you, lady. I've watched Still Magnolias.
Yeah. But occasionally you would run into that guy, if there was, you rented one movie and he'd be like, okay, if you like this movie, you're going to love this other movie that you may have not heard of, but that probably.
Kobe at Movie Gallery was.
Kobe was good.
He'd tell you what's up.
Yeah, and there was another guy. I can't remember his name, but he was.
Yeah.
He was about that same age, same time as Kobe, and he would be real good at recommendations and stuff. But that was always cool.
I never went searching for recommendations.
Yeah, I don't remember ever getting any at all.
I usually showed up knowing what I was looking for.
Yeah,
For the most part.
I feel like recommendations would come from like other kids that were looking at the video games that I was looking at, and then they would always recommend something that I was not allowed to play.
Oh, there's always a weird dude too that wants
yeah.
to like stand beside you and tell you about all the movies. Like that does not work there.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you ought to watch this, and it's just something terrible. I'm like, God, I'm not watching that.
Sorry, I'm not watching an Italian foreign film.
Yeah, go back to the back room.
Yeah. Go back and take care of the parrot. Man, this one is true for me for some video games, but renting the equipment to use the actual video or video game that you wanted to rent.
Yeah.
An ordeal, an expensive ordeal. I feel like it was $20 or $25 to rent like the Sega Dreamcast for like 2 nights or whatever.
Yeah, me and my buddy rented a Genesis, I remember.
Man, and the guy that we were renting from, I feel like he would already assume you're going to break it. He'd be so mad renting it to you. I just feel like, why are you in this business, man? Why are you in this line of work?
Yeah, he already knows he's losing that money.
Yeah, he got mad at me a bunch. I didn't have a DVD player until I was like 19 or 20. Probably even older. Like it was mid 2000s. Like we just didn't have a DVD player at home. But I had my grandma's computer in my bedroom, like my junior and senior year, that played DVDs that didn't have speakers. I plug headphones in and watch them on the computer screen.
Why was your grandma's computer in your bedroom?
She moved in with. She was living somewhere else and then moved in to our house, and then I just kept the computer in my room.
Oh,
yeah.
I hope she never got it back after you had it.
I took it to college, and then it died.
Good old
for a
Dale.
multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would watch DVDs, and that little Dell computer DVD CD-ROM sucked. If it had the tiniest scratch on it, it wasn't gonna play.
It's not gonna read nothing.
And I would get mad. I'd put it back in the box and bring it back up here and be like, it's scratched. And after like the third movie of doing that, the dude got real mad. I was like, get your DVD player. I'm like, sir, I don't even have a DVD player.
Yeah, I'm just putting it on spinning it on my finger.
Joke's on you. It's on grandma's computer.
Yeah.
That was a big problem with Redbox because you didn't really get to look at it until you just spit it out to you, and it'd be like scratches all over
I've
the
got
box.
some nasty ones out of Redbox.
Redbox was the worst of the quality of
I've still never seen the movie Mud starring Matthew McConaughey because I'm pretty sure the rental of Mud I got for the Redbox had been coated in mud, literal mud. So
that's not good.
Like I could not get. So I have no idea. That thing was the nastiest. Like, how did the system not catch that?
Yeah, they don't.
It was bad.
We rented a PlayStation one time. It was right before Christmas, and I was pretty sure my parents were getting us one for Christmas. And we rented WCW Nitro, and it would freeze like in the opening menu every single time.
Oh my God!
And, like I wasn't old enough to think, oh, it's probably scratched. My dad would come. He came in and looks like this thing's scratched. So he took it back and got us another game, and sitting there, I was like, "This game sucks." He goes, "Well, that's what you got." He's like, "I've spent this much money for this to rent this, and you got this." I'm like, "Well, my friends are coming over; they're not going to play this."
Yeah, sometimes with the movies, you could fast forward past the messed up part.
Yeah, you could skip
and
it.
it'd be okay. But games, it was just
You're screwed.
Yeah,
You're
was
done
kinda
on
screwed.
games. Yeah.
Man, you and also the VHS tape. You'd be getting all them rentals in there. You got to clean the VHS head. You got to do the little cleaner tape.
Yeah. Man, some of them you could adjust the tracking all you wanted. It would not fix
Still
it.
sucks.
Man, I got one
bouncing all
time.
over the place.
Somebody like tried to record something from their TV on that VHS tape because it just flashed into like it was some random. I can't remember what it was. But it was a TV show. It just cut out like 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, you could do that. You could plug those little holes up at the top. You could put tape over them and record over them.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
That'd be a funny thing to do. Wouldn't it? I wish I had thought of that back then.
you're talking about earlier, weird guys making recommendations to you. There was a guy I went to school with. He was kind of like the school bully, but then he grew up and then life was pretty hard on him after school. But I'd always see him at video hits, and he'd see me going in and would ask me, "Hey, I don't have a license. Could you rent one from me and I'll bring it back tomorrow?" And of course, I'm not going to do that because you'll never bring it back.
Then he beat the crap out of him.
No. But then I would see him like there all the time, so I'd go rent a movie and I would just drive on by because I didn't want to have to deal with this guy.
He's just always there.
He was just hanging. He's like Jay and Silent Bob hanging out the front of the
panhandling at a freaking movie store.
Everybody else trying to get an adult to get them alcohol. He's like, "Hey, rent me a movie."
Yeah, it's not even an adult movie. It's just
or one time I was bringing movies back, and he's like, "Oh, can I get this? And I'll bring it back before it's too late. I'll just take it home and watch it real quick."
Sure, you will. You
knew
degenerate.
No. If you rent him that movie and then you go back outside, he'd be like, "So can I come over and watch this?"
Yeah, I also don't have a VCR
or a TV.
Yeah.
Or probably sold it.
Yeah,
guys like that's why Chris Hansen exists.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, however, as great as the era seems in retrospect, there were still lots of inconveniences with both mom and pop and the big chain rental stores, leading, of course, not rewinding your tape and getting charged a fee for that. Sucked.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, man. They was Nazis about that.
As if it was so much trouble for them to stick it in the tape rewinders they had.
They
and just and those things rewinded so fast.
Yeah. They had like 5 of them lined up on the counter.
Yeah, they were like 50 times faster than your VHR.
Now, before a lot of them had that, I could kind of see it because you'd have to use a regular VCR to rewind it, and that took forever, it seemed like. But still, I mean, it's...
And I'm risking it eating up the tape and spitting it out when I rewind it for you.
Oh, yeah.
You ever get one home and somebody hadn't rewound it?
Yeah.
It does suck.
They were not kind.
Tell me who had it last. Let me know.
I don't know what's worse, though. I mean, really, the biggest problem you had when you rented a tape that could be wrong with it, the most frequent problem is that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when you got to the DVD time, the most frequent problem is this thing scratched.
Yeah.
But you may not realize that scratch is there until you're like an hour into the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sucked.
Then it's over for you.
I would much rather have, I guess I got to rewind it.
You know, it'd been a funny trick when you rent a VHS tape back then, like fast forward to the big climax of the movie and just stop it right there. So when somebody puts it in, they see the big twist or something.
Hey, you know what? That's kind of on them employees too, because they had the rewinders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have caught
But for a long time, they didn't. They're like he's talking about. They didn't have those for a long time.
Yeah.
They just really relied on everyone else to rewind them.
And I maybe remembered this wrong, but it seemed like it took like 20 minutes a long time to like if it was all the way at the end to
it took a long time.
Rewind it to the beginning.
Yeah, and you're trying to get out the door to catch them before they close. And some of them places, man, you could return it before they close, but some of them would give you a deadline of like 24 hours from when you got it. Mm-hmm. You rent at 3 p.m., you got to bring it back at 3 p.m. Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, I think some of them will, even if you got it late at night, they would want it back by 3 p.m. just so they could, have time to
rent it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, of course, never updating the stock they have. I thought that was way more common in the places that didn't have a whole lot of room to rent the videos, like the gas station places. You only got one wall.
Yeah. Somebody never brings one back. That's
just empty space forever right there now. Of course, rushing your rental back before they close, especially mom and pops didn't have the dead return slot.
Oh, yeah. You got to go when they're open.
That sucks.
Some of them you have to stand there while they're checking in.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still remember that. The walking in, you got to go around the booth and you just drop it in the bucket or put it on the counter and then walk around.
You got to go back out.
Yep.
God, that's
the little loop-de-loop.
Insane.
Sniffing in all them plastics. I miss it. Taking a look at the tanning beds.
Who's
big old roll of Playboy Bunny stickers.
Just be covered in them when you leave.
These are free, right?
All over my shirt.
Just got one from Walmart too.
Yeah. This getting the wrong movie behind the display box.
Oh my God!
I know people had to do that.
You're talking about like not just grab it and take it to the counter the wrong one, but you went home with the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there were some places that would put the actual videotape behind the box.
For a long time, yeah.
But then there were some that I guess where they were getting stolen a lot. They would they'd put something like you bring the actual video up to them, and then they pulled it out from behind the counter.
Yeah, Blockbuster would have a thing that it would have like a plastic thing that would go up there if it was rented out.
Yeah,
And say check back or something like that.
yeah.
I remember I went to, I was at a friend's house and they had never seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So we went to, I think, movie gallery or whatever. It's like, okay, you're finally going to see this masterpiece or whatever, and get home, and it's like the sequel with Matthew McConaughey in it.
No.
And I'm like, what is this?
Golly.
That's the
Some
worst
dummy
one.
put it behind there.
Yeah,
Was that a DVD or VHS tape?
VHS.
Man,
Yeah, a lot of them they would only have sequels and stuff like that, not the original, because it had been too long since it came out or something.
Right.
Some places wouldn't have any older movies.
You'd have to buy like a special edition or something that they didn't want to spend the money for. That's what, when Blockbuster was big, when the DVDs came out, that was always aggravating because they would have just the Blockbuster version of the movie. So it didn't have like all the special features and commentary and all that stuff.
Just a rental version.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah.
Okay. I
No
guess I
good
gotta-
trailers on it or nothing.
Right. It's just a movie.
Just ads for Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Don't forget your popcorn at the front desk or whatever.
if they brought back like video rental stores, I don't know what that would look like because I don't even know how we would watch the video now. But like, would you go? Or would
Yeah.
would you just go once to check it out, or would you try to make it a thing?
I'd make it a thing probably. I would hope so.
But like, how do we do that? Like, because do you even have a way? Like, if I gave you a DVD right now, could you go home and watch it?
I could watch it on my
You could?
Xbox.
Well, oh yeah, well
Yeah, Xbox.
I have a DVD player somewhere boxed up.
Yeah. The last one I bought was about this big. It was like just big enough for the DVD to go in.
In fact, the other day I was thinking, hey, I want to watch this particular movie. I forgot what it was. And I was looking through all my streaming services, and it wasn't anywhere like, happens a lot. I'm like, well, I have it on DVD or Blu-ray even, but, I just didn't feel like digging out the DVD Blu-ray player, so I just didn't watch it.
But yet I've kept all of that. I mean, I still have every single DVD.
Yep.
I just donated probably 200. Yeah.
Like the whole case, the box, the whole shebang?
Everything.
See, I took them out like about 10 years ago and just took the DVDs out and stuck them in a binder and then got rid of the boxes because that was insane. That's a lot of takes up a lot of space.
I had a giant tub and it probably had 200.
But then you consolidate down to just a binder.
Yeah.
But then again, like I've done
idea.
that, and yet I have not pulled one back out of that binder since I stuck them all in.
Well, I did that with my CDs, and I regret not having the case.
Me too.
Cases
Yeah.
to the
Same.
CDs.
That jewel case, man.
Yeah,
and
I don't care about the DVD
booklets.
one, but the jewel case for the CDs, it eats me up because I got rid of all of those things.
Yep.
I kept some DVD cases, but not the CDs.
Nope.
That sucks.
See, like, y'all remember the bookshelf I had in the old podcast room that was full of the DVDs and stuff? We just now put those in like totes like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like just to get them out of the house because we weren't watching them.
Yeah.
I kept probably 10 DVDs out of all those that I had.
I'm real leery about it just because of how I've seen like Disney VHS tapes, like in the original cover, in the original boxes, how much they're worth. So I'm like, maybe DVDs will be like that one day. Kind of a hoarding tendency, but
VHSs are a lot of, you can sell
they're pretty
yours for a lot of
valuable.
money if you
Hard to
have
find,
certain
too.
ones.
So
DVDs won't quite be like that because they last for much longer, where VHSs tear up.
yeah.
So if you get a good VHS tape, it's worth some money.
Yeah, check for mold and stuff in the VHS tapes.
Yeah,
too.
you was telling me about that.
Yeah,
I didn't
the
even
whole
think
thing.
about that.
Yeah, well, like the ones on the shelf there, I went through a phase where I was snagging them off eBay, and there's a lot of them that are pretty cheap, but there's a few that are hard to find that they cost you some money.
The horror movies are expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot of like the Star Wars stuff because George Lucas has gone back and like even edited the originals. So if you like pull those up to watch on Disney Plus, you're watching like what he wanted it to look like, and so he's changed so much and made it bad. So if you got the VHS tapes or the DVDs that have the OG version of the original trilogy, those are worth money. This is the only way to watch them.
I have that somewhere.
Yeah,
I do too. I've got the case, and I also got the DVD set. But the DVD set is, he went back and put Hayden Christensen's face on Darth Vader, so stuff like that.
Yes, and in the cantina, you got that CGI pig lady singing. Forgot who. I know she has
Miss Piggy.
Somebody in the comments, Star Wars fan, already typing the name out right now for us. But go ahead and let us know. I know you know what her name is. Go ahead and tell us.
What is it, Joey?
I don't know.
Disappointed.
It was just Pig
Do you know
Lady.
the name of the band?
It was the Cantina band, wasn't it? I think it was just that.
Was it Max Rebo or something in that thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Something else.
I can't remember.
I know.
I know a little more than you're letting on right
because
now.
of a trivia night, Star Wars trivia night, and that was a question, and I thought it was the Cantina
I thought it
band
was
or something.
Yeah.
And then I had like 2 or 3 people come out. Actually, they have a name, and it's. And I was like, "How do you know that?" And then I asked the question, but I already turned my brain off because I don't want to know the answer.
Yeah.
I should have phrased that different as like, you shouldn't know that. That should have been the way I said that, not how do you know that? Because I don't want to know how you know that.
Stuff like that, though,
most definitely don't.
They don't mention that in the movie, but somewhere along the way, it got named that. I remember like George Lucas was talking about, somebody would come up to him and would ask him about this certain thing. And he had no idea what they're talking about because it was just like, fans, created it, or they were books written afterwards.
The books is the big thing.
Yeah.
Because he had no,
Right.
I don't know how much hand he had, but he wasn't writing the books.
Yeah. So, I always loved the movies, but I never got into the books. So I don't know a lot of that stuff because they're only named that in the books or, stuff like that.
People who read the books, they rant and rave about how good they are. And I'll take their word for it.
I will
I
too.
can't read.
I never learned.
Honestly, it's overrated now. I mean, your phone can read everything to you.
Yeah, just read it to me out loud, please.
You can get, if we learn books on tape at the library.
That's what Joey's doing. He's getting books on tape in his Walkman.
Used to get them at the Crackle Barrel.
Yeah.
Remember how long they used to be? It'd be like 12 cassette tapes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it would cost like $100 or something ridiculous.
It's awful.
Did anybody in your family ever get the Bible on tape and you have to listen to the Bible?
I was about to say the only book on tape I ever had was like a children's Bible.
It'd be like Charlton
We
Heston
weren't
reads
really
the
a Bible on tape kind of family.
We unfortunately were at times.
But we did have Tybo. That's worth something.
Oh.
Billy Blanks.
We were a Richard Simmons family.
Oh, yeah. No, we're trying to get a little combat in there, man.
No, but that's Richard Simmons Billy Billy
Blanks.
Billy Blanks Tybo?
Tybo.
Yeah, Richard Simmons was like late 80s.
Yeah, he was way before that.
He was sweating to the oldies.
Sweating to the oldies,
And
man.
you know what? I enjoyed it.
I
have
oldies.
appreciation for that music now.
Might as well sweat to him.
He was sweating.
Oh, my God, he was.
Pouring sweat in that hot pink tank top of his.
Yeah,
with that curly hair.
Yeah, got that little fro.
My mom, when I was a kid, had a group of friends that they would get together like in somebody's garage or whatever and put Richard Simmons on. And they would all like have like a
That
little
was a thing.
exercise class.
Hey, I tell you.
Aerobics.
Hey, nobody that I've ever, I don't watch a lot of aerobics tapes, but
Not anymore.
no, nobody gets you more fired up or seemed like he was having more fun than old Richard Simmons. He really got into it.
Yeah, he did, man. Rest in peace, I think.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Did you see the whole thing where Pauly Shore is trying to make a bio picture?
Yeah.
He stars as Richard Simmons.
He would be the perfect person for that.
And they made like a little short. You could watch it on YouTube with like a little short movie, like 5 minutes, just to kind of, I guess, sell it or whatever. But his family, Richard Simmons' family, like refuses to give up the rights. But he's saying he's going to make it anyway. So I don't know.
I'm not sure you can do that.
There's a whole story about him like disappearing for a while.
Yeah,
and
he was being held captive supposedly.
By his housekeeper. There's a podcast.
I was about to say,
There is. It's, what is it called? I've listened to it.
I've listened to it too. It's pretty interesting. But
It is interesting. He's like trying to contact him the whole time or something like that.
Yeah.
Man. It's good, man.
But I think he's kind of come out and said that didn't happen, but that could be, with his housekeeper there beside him. You
Yeah.
better not say
Tell him it didn't happen.
Or we developed Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he was like a recluse.
And then before Richard Simmons was the Jane Fonda. She did it before.
Yeah.
My mom used to teach, they called it dance aerobics, and it was that she did it at the Summerton Community Center over there.
Somebody, I remember the
Wearing
local channel,
leotards.
Channel 5 or whatever the local channel was here.
Yeah.
Somebody would have the aerobics locally
Really? It
doing
was
it
a
on
big
TV.
thing. Step aerobics,
Yeah.
all
I don't
that.
ever do that. You don't see that. Isn't the big thing still just like spin classes and
Yeah.
outdoor yoga?
Zumba.
Zumba,
Is
probably.
Zumba still a thing?
Nah,
I was gonna say
not
Zumba
really.
died.
Zumba was like the end.
It replaced aerobics,
They're
kind of.
listening to music and stuff when they do spin classes, right? Aren't they
Yeah.
blaring music?
Yeah.
So they still exist, but you're not dancing. You're on a bicycle.
No, you're not dancing.
We need to bring back.
Zumba, you be dancing, boy.
Yeah. We need to bring back more of that. But Zumba was always like techno or like, wasn't it like a salsa,
Yeah.
Latin?
Zumba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Something
awesome.
with some rhythm in it, man.
Yeah, it was too much. I want some oldies.
Yeah, you
Get
want
out
to
there
sweat.
and
Sweat
do,
with
some,
oldies.
do some sweating.
You
in
need
my
Richard
pink tank
Simmons.
top to some,
Is that his name? That sounded weird. Richard Simmons,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, old Dick Simmons.
Yeah.
Gene's cousin.
That's what I call him.
Jeez.
He would wear those little bitty shorts, striped shorts, too.
Yeah.
I got into it. He loved his job.
Oh, he'd be crying, man, and just like, he changed people's lives.
I love that it was Richard Simmons and then about 20 pretty significantly overweight people behind him. It'd be about 15 women and maybe 5 men in the back, and they all big uns.
They don't even need the oldies. They just sweating.
Yeah, really. The studio lights are on.
Yeah.
You're already sweating. Yeah,
He was overweight.
Sweating to the
He was
walking.
like 300 pounds.
yeah.
He was big, yeah.
And lost a bunch of weight.
That was good. If I'm gonna watch a workout tape, I want them to look like me. I want to be sweating as much as everybody in that video.
He would
sweating.
be getting it, boy.
I don't want Suzanne Summers and her little leotard. I want Richard Simmons surrounded by 30 fatties, looking just like me out there, just dying,
Yeah, we're going to do this together.
trying to breathe while listening to the Pointer Sisters. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Bring back sweating to the oldies.
Somebody. Pauly Shore. Come on.
That's how we get the business going. We start a video rental service, and we only offer original videotapes that we've made.
Yes.
That's the plot of a
Come
movie.
come rent our movies.
with that Jack Black and what's his name? What's the name of that movie where they had to recreate all the movies?
I would think it was Be Kind Rewind
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they destroyed all of them or
Yeah.
something.
Exactly. So they had to remake them.
That is a great concept.
That's a classic. That makes no sense to kids today. They're like, why would
Yeah.
Why would
what?
you do that? That's stupid.
Right.
kids these days?
You
They'll
couldn't
never
buy a
understand.
replacement nowhere.
No, you could not. It was so bad that you had to make an entire movie to replace it. Many of them.
Well, hey, that's all we got for this here episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it inspired you to go out and rent something, even though you can't. So we just created
Just sit
an
around and
itch
dream
that you
about it.
can't scratch there.
Sorry about it.
Yep.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched this episode, check out the audio version. If you listened, that's great. But do you know you can see our faces whenever you want on YouTube? Go check it out.
You can see Matt vape.
Yeah.
You can watch me
You have to see that.
big old puff of Fruit Loop smoke here. That was fun. That's probably going to kill me. But yeah, so check that out. HootnandHollern.com. You can find all that and much more. So yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care. God bless. Tell your mom and then we said.
Be kind. Rewind.
Knew it was coming.
I knew that was going to be the one.
Yeah.
It was too easy.
I was hoping
was
for
good.
that.
No.
You would squawk like a bird and then be like, "That's the bird. That's the bird from the video." store."
Ha!
Remember
You got
him?
late fees.
It would be like it was so high pitched. It would scare the bejesus out of me. I'd be like, I wonder
remember
if Mom
that.
will let me rent Mortal Kombat.
Mega hits.